So instead, I'm going to lay a goodie on you. Here he is, the Satchel Paige of the Swingers.
One thing about the stars from old Hollywood is the fact that they love to party, get wild, and enjoy stellar performances in the dark of their favorite nightclubs.
There's a Viper Room. Okay, what's the address, sir? Do you know? What's the address to the fucking club?
Some went in there to perform, others to just have a good time. These were the kings and queens of Hollywood's nightclubs back in the day. Mabel Norman, the nocturnal comedian. As far as Hollywood's golden age is concerned, there was one name that shimmered like a star above all others: Mabel Norman. She was the enchantress of laughter, known far and wide as the Queen of Comedy, and celebrated all over for her magnetic personality and her witty jokes. But behind the silver screen's radiant facade, Mabel was more of a nocturnal creature, drawn to the pulsating heartbeat of the city's nightlife like a moth to a flame. Almost every day, as soon as the sun set and the city was enveloped in darkness, Mabel would emerge from the shadows, ready to dive headfirst into the intoxicating whirlwind of Hollywood after dark. With her trademark wit and infectious charm, she swept through the city's most exclusive clubs and speakeasies like a tempest, leaving a trail of laughter and mischief in her wake. One could often find her holding court at the illustrious Coconut Grove, nestled within the lavish confines of the Ambassador Hotel. Here, amidst the twinkle of crystal chandeliers and the lilting melodies of live jazz bands, Mabel reigned supreme, her laughter ringing out like silver bells in the night air. Surrounded by a lot of adoring admirers and fellow luminaries of the silver screen, she was the undisputed queen of the Hollywood social scene. But Mabel's nightlife escapades didn't stop there. She was a regular fixture at the legendary speakeasies that dotted the city like hidden gems, their doors guarded by the watchful eyes of burly bouncers, and their interiors cloaked in an air of secrecy and intrigue. Places like the Cotton Club, where the music was hot and the liquor flowed freely, or the Brown Derby, where the city's elite gathered to see and be seen, were Mabel's playgrounds, her laughter echoing off the walls long into the early hours of the morning. Yet, amidst the glitz and glamour of Hollywood's nocturnal playground, Mabel's life was not without its shadows. Her association with the enigmatic director William Desmond Taylor cast a dark cloud over her career and personal life, forever linking her name with scandal and intrigue. Taylor's mysterious murder, which sent shockwaves through the heart of Hollywood, remains one of Hollywood's most enduring unsolved mysteries, and Mabel found herself ensnared in its tangled web of suspicion and whispers. Little by little, career began to fade, and her empire began to wane. But even in the face of adversity, Mabel remained undaunted, her spirit unbroken and her laughter as infectious as ever. For her, the nightclub scene wasn't just about escapism or indulgence. It was a stage upon which she could play the role of the irrepressible entertainer. Zelda Fitzgerald. Zelda Fitzgerald wasn't your typical Hollywood starlet, but she sure knew how to steal the spotlight. As the wife of F. Scott Fitzgerald, she danced to the rhythm of her own wild and flamboyant tune, painting the town red in the dazzling era of the Jazz Age. In her time, during the 1920s, the air would be electric with the buzz of rebellion and excitement. Zelda, with her bobbed hair and eyes that sparkled like the stars, was the life of the party wherever she went. She didn't need a silver screen to shine. She had the glimmer of the speakeasies and the allure of the nightclubs wrapped around her little finger. Zelda wasn't just a guest at these soirees. She was the ringmaster of the circus. With a flick of her wrist and a mischievous grin, she'd orchestrate the most extravagant affairs, where champagne flowed like a river and the music never stopped. She was the queen of the scene, commanding attention with every sway of her hips and every laugh that echoed through the room. In New York City, she was a fixture in the speakeasies, slipping past the velvet ropes and into a world of forbidden delights. The bright lights of Broadway couldn't hold a candle to Zelda's radiance as she danced the night away, leaving a trail of admirers in her wake. But it wasn't just about the glitz and glamour for Zelda. She had a taste for adventure and a hunger for life that couldn't be contained. She pushed boundaries and shattered expectations, embracing the freedom of expression that defined the Jazz Age. Zelda's legacy lives on in the echoes of the jazz melodies and the whispers of the nightclubs where she reigned supreme. She wasn't just a footnote in history, she was the heartbeat of an era, pulsing with passion and possibility. And though the lights may have dimmed and the music may have faded, Zelda Fitzgerald remains forever etched in the annals of time as a symbol of defiance and decadence. Lena Horne, a name that resonates through the corridors of American entertainment history like a melody that never fades. Lena Mary Calhoun Horne was born on June 30th, 1917. Her journey through life was a symphony of talent, resilience, and activism that spanned more than 7 decades. At the tender age of 16, Lena found herself amidst the glitz and glamour of the Cotton Club chorus, a hotspot of the Harlem Renaissance where African-American talent shimmered like stars in the night sky. It was here that she first felt the rhythm of the stage beneath her feet, the pulse of the music coursing through her veins, igniting a passion that would shape her destiny. From the Cotton Club, Lena's star ascended higher and higher, blazing a trail through the smoky haze of nightclubs across the country. With a voice that could move mountains and a presence that commanded attention, she captivated audiences far and wide, earning her a rightful place among the legends of the stage. In those smoky nightclubs, Lena Horne wasn't just a performer. She was a goddess, worshipped by all who had the privilege of basking in her light. And though the night may have come to an end and the curtains may have closed, her legacy lives on in the hearts of those who were fortunate enough to witness her greatness. Lena Horne, the queen of the nightclubs, is forever immortalized in song and memory. But Lena was more than just a performer. She was a trailblazer, a pioneer of civil rights who dared to defy the boundaries of race and prejudice. In the sweltering heat of August 1963, she stood shoulder to shoulder with thousands of others in the March on Washington, a beacon of hope and inspiration for a generation fighting for equality and justice. Even as she fought for a better world, Lena never strayed far from her roots as a nightclub performer. With each note she sang and each step she danced, she reminded the world of the power of art to uplift, to inspire, and to unite. Barney Josephson. On a snowy February day in Trenton, New Jersey, back in 1902, that's the day Barney Josephson came into the world, the youngest of 6 siblings in a bustling Jewish household. His parents had made the long journey from Lebo, Latvia, just 2 years prior, seeking a better life in America. Barney's childhood was filled with the sounds of his mother's sewing machine and the smell of leather as his father crafted shoes in their small home. Sadly, Barney's father passed away shortly after his birth, leaving his mother to raise 6 children on her own. It was a tough time for the Josephson family, but they stuck together and made ends meet as best they could. As Barney grew up, he watched his older brothers, Leon and Louis, pursue careers in law, setting high expectations for him to follow in their footsteps. But Barney had different dreams. He had a knack for business and a passion for entertainment that couldn't be contained. After graduating from Trenton High School, he set out to make his mark on the world, determined to carve out his own path to success. During the winter of 1938 in New York City, there was a lot of segregation between white and black folk, and it deeply divided along racial lines. This was the backdrop against which Barney Josephson, a man in his mid-30s with no prior experience in the nightclub scene, decided to make a bold move. On December 18, 1938, Josephson, along with producer John Hammond, opened the doors of Cafe Society, a revolutionary nightclub tucked away in the West Village's 1 Sheridan Square. This wasn't just any club. It was a groundbreaking venture aimed at shattering the racial barriers that plagued other establishments in the city. Josephson's vision was clear. He wanted Cafe Society to be a place where people of all races could come together, both on stage and in the audience. It was a radical idea at the time, but Josephson was determined to make it a reality. With $6,000 borrowed from friends, he transformed a humble basement into a haven of artistic expression and social progress. The walls of Cafe Society were adorned with murals painted by prominent Greenwich Village artists, creating a vibrant and eclectic atmosphere. But it wasn't just about the aesthetics. Josephson wanted to use the club as a platform for social commentary and change. He enlisted jazz legends like Billie Holiday, Teddy Wilson, and Alberta Hunter to grace the stage, bringing their soulful melodies and powerful messages to a diverse audience. One of the most iconic moments in Cafe Society's history came with Billie Holiday's haunting performance of Strange Fruit, chilling protest against the horrors of racism and lynching in America. Josephson knew the significance of this song, and he made sure it was given the reverence it deserved, closing Holiday's set with a spotlight on her face and no room for encore. Cafe Society quickly gained a reputation as a beacon of inclusivity and artistic freedom in a city plagued by segregation and prejudice. It was a place where everyone was welcome, regardless of the color of their skin or the size of their wallet. For Josephson, it was a testament to the power of music and art to unite people and ignite change in the world until his demise in 1988 at the age of 86. Helena Calani Odis. In the neon-lit streets of 1980s Los Angeles, tucked away in the shadows of Rampart Boulevard and West Temple Street, lies a hidden gem of Hollywood's elite Helenas. This private, membership-only nightclub wasn't just any hotspot, it was a sanctuary for the stars, a place where the glitz and glamour of Tinseltown converged under one roof. Helena Calani, a name whispered in hushed tones among Hollywood's inner circle, was the mastermind behind this exclusive enclave. With a background in acting and belly dancing, Helena was no stranger to the limelight. Her connections ran deep, with legends like Jack Nicholson and Madonna counted among her closest confidants and investors. Despite its inconspicuous location in the then gang-ridden east side of LA, Helena's quickly became the talk of the town. Every Friday night, like clockwork, the club would come alive with the presence of A-listers and luminaries, drawn by the promise of a night of revelry and mischief away from prying eyes. But Helena's wasn't just a place to see and be seen. It was a refuge from the ever-watchful gaze of the paparazzi and the relentless march of technology. In an era before smartphones and social media, the club operated under a strict no-photography rule, enforced with the tenacity of a gatekeeper guarding the gates of heaven. As the night unfolded, the stars would let loose, dancing and drinking with abandon, secure in the knowledge that what happened at Helena's stayed at Helena's. It was a world where anything was possible, where the only limits were the boundaries of imagination and desire. 30 years have passed since Helena's closed its doors, but the memories linger like the remnants of a dream. Helena Calani, now 80 years old, remains a living legend, a testament to a bygone era of Hollywood excess and intrigue. Gloria Swanson. Elegant and sophisticated, Gloria wasn't content with merely gracing the silver screen with her presence. In the midst of her illustrious career as one of the silent film era's most iconic stars, she decided to take her talents beyond Hollywood's studio gates and into the realm of nightlife. In the glamorous landscape of 1940s Hollywood, where the stars shone brightest and the nights seemed to stretch on forever, Gloria Swanson embarked on a new venture, the ownership of a nightclub. And thus, the Bungalow was born, a beacon of luxury and allure nestled in the heart of Tinseltown. With its inviting ambiance and chic decor, the Bungalow quickly became the place to see and be seen among Hollywood's elite. Celebrities and socialites alike flocked to its doors, drawn by the promise of an unforgettable night in the company of the silver screen's brightest star. But Gloria wasn't content to simply sit back and bask in the glow of her nightclub success. She was a hands-on owner, involved in every aspect of the Bungalow, from its decor to its entertainment lineup. With her keen eye for style and flair for the dramatic, she transformed the club into a veritable oasis of opulence, where every detail was meticulously curated to delight the senses. And delight it did. Night after night, the Bungalow played host to Hollywood's glitterati, who reveled in the electric atmosphere and the company of their fellow luminaries. From intimate gatherings to lavish soirees, the club was a haven of indulgence and escapism in a world that often seemed too real. Though the years have passed and the lights of the Bungalow have long since dimmed, Gloria Swanson's legacy as a nightclub owner remains etched in the annals of Hollywood history. Her daring spirit and entrepreneurial vision paved the way for future generations of stars to leave their mark not only on the silver screen, but also on the vibrant nightlife that defines the City of Angels. Dean Martin. In the 1950s and 1960s, it was the era when Dean Martin reigned supreme as the epitome of cool. Known for his smooth vocals and effortless charm, Dean Martin was more than just a singer. He was a living legend whose name was synonymous with the entertainment world. Before he became a solo sensation, Martin skyrocketed to fame as one half of the iconic duo Martin and Lewis, alongside comedian Jerry Lewis. Together, they took the world by storm with their uproarious comedy routines and infectious chemistry. But even after their partnership ended, Martin's star continued to rise. Las Vegas became Martin's playground, where he dazzled audiences with his magnetic stage presence and velvety voice. Whether he was crooning classics like Everybody Loves Somebody,
Everybody loves somebody sometime,
or cracking jokes with his signature wit,
Oh, thanks, Rodney. I remember the last time I had a Shirley Temple, I ended up singing 4 courses of good shit lollipop.
Martin had an undeniable knack for captivating audiences and leaving them wanting more. His performances at Las Vegas casinos and nightclubs became the stuff of legend, drawing crowds from far and wide who were eager to catch a glimpse of the legendary entertainer in action. From the Sands Hotel and Casino to the Desert Inn, Martin lit up the stage with his effortless style and infectious energy, earning him legions of devoted fans along the way. But Martin wasn't just a performer. He was also a beloved member of the Rat Pack, a group of entertainers who epitomized the glitz and glamour of Las Vegas during its golden age. Alongside Frank Sinatra, Sammy Davis Jr., and others, Martin held court at some of the city's most exclusive venues, cementing his status as a true icon of the entertainment world. Even as the years passed and musical tastes evolved, Martin's star continued to shine bright. His timeless appeal and enduring popularity ensured that he would always be remembered as one of the greatest entertainers of all time, a true legend whose legacy lives on in the hearts of fans around the world. Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall duo. The two first met on the set of the film To Have and Have Not in 1944. Bacall, then a young, aspiring actress, was cast in a supporting role opposite Bogart, who was already an established star in Hollywood. Their chemistry on-screen was palpable, and their off-screen rapport quickly blossomed into a romantic relationship. Despite their significant age difference, Bogart was 44 and Bacall was just 19 at the time, the couple found themselves drawn to each other, bonding over their shared love of acting and their mutual admiration for one another's talent. Their romance captured the imagination of the public and the press, who dubbed them one of Hollywood's most glamorous couples. Their relationship continued to flourish in the years that followed, culminating in marriage on May 21, 1945. Despite facing skepticism from some quarters due to their age difference, Bogart and Bacall remained devoted to each other until their demise. Now, they were not only Hollywood royalty, but also fixtures on the vibrant nightclub scene of their time. Their captivating chemistry and undeniable star power made them a sought-after pair at some of the most exclusive venues in Hollywood and beyond. With their effortless charm and magnetic presence, Bogart and Bacall lit up the night as they sipped cocktails and reveled in live entertainment. Whether they were dancing the night away or simply enjoying each other's company, their presence added an extra layer of glamour to any nightclub they visited. From iconic venues like the Coconut Grove to the Stork Club, Bogart and Bacall were regulars at the hottest spots in town, where they rubbed shoulders with fellow stars and socialites alike. Their love for the nightlife mirrored their on-screen chemistry, captivating audiences wherever they went. As Hollywood's golden couple, Bogart and Bacall embodied the epitome of style and sophistication, effortlessly blending into the glittering world of high society and entertainment. Their presence on the nightclub circuit was a testament to their enduring appeal and timeless allure, solidifying their status as cultural icons for generations to come. Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall's marriage faced its share of challenges, particularly Bogart's battle with esophageal cancer in the final years of his life. The diagnosis came as a devastating blow to the couple, who had weathered numerous storms together and had become inseparable partners both on and off the screen. As Bogart's health declined, Bacall remained steadfast by his side, providing unwavering support and comfort during his darkest moments. She tirelessly cared for him, ensuring that he was as comfortable as possible while grappling with the ravages of the disease. Despite the grim prognosis, Bogart and Bacall's love remained as strong as ever. Their bond only seemed to deepen in the face of adversity, with Bacall serving as Bogart's rock and source of strength during his final days. Bogart's passing in 1957 marked the end of an era for Bacall, who mourned the loss of her beloved husband and confidant. Yet, even in death, Bogart's legacy lived on through Bacall, who continued to honor his memory and celebrate their enduring love. Sharon Stone. In the early 1990s, amidst the pulsating heartbeat of Los Angeles nightlife, a new establishment emerged, destined to become an iconic hotspot, synonymous with glamour and intrigue. This was none other than the Viper Room, a legendary nightclub nestled on the Sunset Strip, co-owned by the enigmatic Sharon Stone and the charismatic Johnny Depp. Sharon Stone, already a luminary in the world of cinema with her unforgettable performances in films like Basic Instinct, brought her trademark allure and sophistication to the realm of nightclub ownership. Alongside her partner in crime, Johnny Depp, she transformed the Viper Room into a mecca for the city's elite, a playground where the lines between fantasy and reality blurred into one intoxicating blend of excitement and possibility. With its unassuming facade and dimly lit interior, the Viper Room exuded an air of mystery and allure, drawing in crowds eager to experience its legendary ambiance firsthand. From Hollywood royalty to rock stars and everything in between, the club played host to a who's who of A-listers, all drawn by the promise of a night unlike any other. But the Viper Room was more than just a nightclub. It was a cultural phenomenon, a symbol of the hedonistic spirit of the era. With its eclectic mix of live music, DJ sets, and celebrity sightings, it encapsulated the essence of Los Angeles nightlife in the 1990s, a time when anything seemed possible and the city's pulse beat with electric energy all its own. Though Sharon Stone's tenure as a nightclub owner may have been brief, her impact on the Viper Room and its legacy endures to this day. The club remains an enduring symbol of a bygone era,